Consistency is the great amplifier. The third way is simple, and it's to become unreasonably consistent. Not occasionally consistent, not when it's easy consistent, not when I feel motivated consistent, reasonably consistent. So consistent that people start asking how you keep showing up. So consistent that your habits are no longer tied to your mood. So consistent that discipline becomes part of your personality. Because the truth is, talent will fail, emotion will fade, motivation will vanish, but consistency will keep going. Consistency will carry you through the valleys. Consistency will protect your progress when life tries to knock you off course. Most people are committed when they feel like it. They follow through when it's convenient. They train hard for a few weeks and then disappear for a few more. They journal for 2 days, then stop. They go all in for a weekend, then burn out. They start strong, but they don't last. That's not how greatness works. You don't become elite by showing up when it's sunny. You become elite by showing up in the rain, in the dark, on the days when everything in you wants to stop, on the days when no one would blame you if you skip. That's where the separation is created. The ones who become the best aren't the ones who had the most natural ability. They're the ones who made a decision that said, no matter what, I show up. No matter how I feel, I execute. No matter the conditions, I perform. That decision, when repeated daily, becomes identity. Identity is where all your results come from. You don't need more intensity. You need more frequency. You don't need to sprint for 3 hours once a week. You need to show up for 30 minutes every day. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be present. You need to keep the chain going. You need to show yourself over and over again that you're someone who doesn't stop. Even if the session is short, even if the work is ugly, even if you're tired, even if it feels like you're not making progress, you still show up. Because that's what pros do. That's what leaders do. That's what the best do. Consistency is the great amplifier. It multiplies everything. Effort, intention, focus. You might not notice it day to day, but over weeks, over months, over years, it compounds. And it creates a gap that no one can cross unless they've lived with the same level of discipline. You won't see immediate results. That's why most people quit. They think their habits aren't working because they can't see what's being built. But something is being built. Every time you follow through, you're casting votes, you're stacking proof, you're reinforcing the identity of someone who keeps their word. Eventually, your baseline becomes better than most people's best because you've repeated it so many times. You've made it so automatic, so ingrained that even on your worst day, you're still in motion, still growing, still building. It's the level you need to live at.